A lot of my work is really focused around understanding how climate and trees affect tree growth and then how that scales up to the whole ecosystem. So I do a lot of work to understand how things like drought or spring temperatures impact how well a tree grows, and then how different kinds of trees have similar or different responses. It's always hard because phenology changes from year to year based on temperature. But we know temperatures have warmed over the past almost 100 years that the Arboretum has been open. But that warming is really kind of at twice the rate in the winter as it is the summer. So that means that these spring events are very sensitive to the climate changes that have been happening. Using Ed Hepburn's data, our historical bloom and color reports, we can see that on average, spring flowering is coming 0.2 days earlier per year, which that doesn't sound like a lot, but that means that over the record that Ed has, that's 4 days. Over the time that Jerry Donnelly, our CEO, has been here, it's almost a week earlier than it was when he started. Spring phenology, we focus on a lot, not just because it's easily observable, but it's a very kind of key stage in the tree's development each year. So even though these leaf out events are happening earlier, the date of last frost is not shifting in proportion. And so when leaves are out and then they get hit by frost, the tree loses all of the energy it has poured into it, because when these leaves freeze, they die, they become unusable. And so if a tree gets hit by that enough times, it eventually can't survive. There's been a lot of modeling of tree ranges based solely on its ability to both flower and produce ripe fruit given climatic constraints. And so if it can't flower without getting hit by frost, or if its fruit can't ripen before it gets hit by frost, that tree isn't going to be able to persist. And those are the kind of things that are becoming, those vulnerabilities are increasing, both in the recent past and are likely that trend is going to continue in the future. Care. Be an advocate and just stop ignoring it. I think the more you think about it and the more you notice it, the more starting to take your trees into account when you make your daily decisions. It makes a big difference when you start to realize that, oh, my tree is here and salt is bad for it. You start using a little less salt in the winter, and that's good for your tree. And so I think kind of the first thing to do is just notice it and start thinking about it and thinking about the world around you a little bit more every day.